Welcome back to Good Morning Kentucky. Ashi K joins me, and we were talking about the cloud covers.
Yeah, so the
and
freezing
fog, right?
Yeah.
And so now, what does that mean for the clouds? Is the clouds going to be delivering even more frigid air as well? Is that what that means?
Not necessarily. We are seeing maybe a little bit of cloud cover this morning, and that's definitely related to our fog, not necessarily related to temperatures though. And the reason why we're seeing fog is because actually temperatures not quite as cold as they were yesterday. We had some light southwestern breezes, and that brought in just slightly warmer air. So yeah, visibility in a couple places. My map's showing it knocked down a little bit. However, I want to take this with a grain of salt, because notice how Frankfurt says 0 for our miles of visibility. That's just not true. I mean, I've been checking those Frankfurt traffic cameras. Definitely a little bit of haziness, but not quite that bad. So I don't think most of us are seeing this. However, that isolated chance does make me want to mention it and talk about it. So that slightly warmer air I talked about that's been moving through with that southwestern wind has been bringing us just a little bit warmer, moisture air. And as that falls over that snowpack, the snow we have on the ground, it can create freezing fog. With that freezing fog, we're looking for the potential for black ice, that thin layer of ice on pavement. It blends in, it's difficult to see. We've been dealing with it these past couple of days without even the fog. Now, as we head into today, we're watching for that because our roadways below freezing. So anywhere that does see fog develop could for sure see that freezing fog, and you could see that black ice. I don't think most of us are seeing that. I mean, a look at traffic cameras shows most of us looking fairly clear at the surface, and our roadways are looking pretty clear. But with road temperatures below freezing, patchy fog and slick spots still going to be possible even outside of those foggy areas. So overall, continue to use caution, and if you run into fog, use even more caution. I think that can be the moral of this story here. Going on to temperatures along and north of 64, we're looking at the single digits. To the south, the low teens for us. Not quite as bad as we have been, and winds have been not so bad as well. This morning, that also plays into our possibility for fog, but when we're so cold, it doesn't take much of a breeze to knock us down. So we're still seeing some slightly colder temperatures, 2 degrees in Lexington, 0 in Flemingsburg, 8 degrees in Jackson, and also in Richmond. So a cold start to our morning again. Make sure that you're using your coat, hat, and gloves, keeping those layers on as we're heading out there. We're going to be pretty calm through our day today. There's that cloud cover that we've got moving in as some high pressure pushes off to our east. Going into tonight and tomorrow morning, we're going to watch for the possibility with some of our cloud cover to maybe see some flurries heading into Friday morning. We're watching for a band of light snowfall to develop, and that's going to spread down to the south, bringing us the possibility for maybe a few slick spots for that morning commute. That snow continues on as we head into this weekend, and so it's looking like we're going to be in for a bit of a wintry end to the week. Also looking at the possibility for Arctic air to settle in. I don't think we'll see many major impacts with this. Most of those major impacts going to be down to our south and east, where they're going to see some possibilities for heavy snow, especially in Virginia. The Carolinas is where we're seeing that. Luckily here in Kentucky, we miss most of it. Thank goodness. I am tired of winter weather, but we continue to see those strong northwestern winds through our day Saturday, so that's very likely to bring us quite cold conditions. Going into Monday, we're going to be watching for maybe another system that could move through as well. But back to the end of this week, gonna talk about a little bit of what we can expect, kind of just summarizing what all we just said here. So Friday, we've got that light band of snowfall that moves throughout the morning and the early afternoon. Saturday, leftover snow flurries and Arctic cold temperatures. As we head into our weekend, some impacts that we can see a few slick spots for that Friday morning commute. I think less than an inch of accumulation, maybe a few tenths of an inch, and then some very cold weekend wind chills, especially for Saturday, where we're going to be struggling to make it out of the teens. We'll have a slow warm up as we head towards the rest of next week, looking at temperatures to finally get back above freezing, hopefully by midweek. And on Groundhog Day, I'll tell you what, I am really hoping that groundhog does not see its shadow, because I am ready for an early spring.